Could you imagine how outraged we would all be if the government of Saudi Arabia had recovered Osama bin Laden's body and flown it on the Crown Prince's airplane back to Riyadh, where there was a clamor to have it lie in state at the royal palace? Osama bin Laden was a terrorist. Now, he didn't fly the planes, but he used religious texts to inspire and lead the people who committed the worst terror attack on the United States ever, the attack on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. But now, the United States government, the Trump administration, has decided it should fly the body of Charlie Kirk on the vice president's airplane. And there are calls to have Kirk lie in repose at the U.S. Capitol, to have a statue built to him. No, Charlie Kirk didn't fly the airplanes or fire the shots, but he used religious texts, extremist biblical interpretation, to inspire and lead people who threaten and sometimes commit acts of terror against Americans, particularly Black, Jewish, and LGBTQ Americans. And rather than outrage, we have people who are trying not just to whitewash Kirk's hate speech, but to justify and even lionize Kirk. These, of course, are the very same people who only a day or two ago were saying it was radical leftists responsible for murdering Kirk. They were so desperate to blame others that they even claimed the alleged shooter was transgender, because the bullet he used was stamped TRN. Now, they didn't bother to check to see that all bullet casings from the manufacturer Turan have that same stamping. Turan, a company based in Turkey, has nothing to do with anyone transgender. Now, these supporters of Kirk's brand of terrorism called for retribution against transgender Americans. They called for sanctions against those who have criticized Kirk. They've called for firing teachers who in any way suggest that Kirk brought this on himself. And then they found out that the alleged shooter wasn't LGBTQ, wasn't left-wing, wasn't Black, wasn't a Democrat. He's a Mormon raised in a Republican family, a local resident who was radical right-wing. And he's a nutcase who just didn't like Kirk. Now, did they apologize, take back their attacks on Democrats? No. They kept up their insistence that somehow it must be that the Democrats turned this guy, turned him to evil, which gives the ultimate lie to any claim that it is left-wing rhetoric causing violence. The Trump family is in this up to their eyeballs, and it is not okay.